Hey, it's Thea with Ilana Fitness and Nutrition, and this is the second part of Eat to Lose, which is about eating more to actually lose weight. So in the first part, I talked about how our bodies kind of go into this starvation mode, and I really wanted to elaborate on that. So our bodies are very primitive in the fact that the way that they react to the consumption of food is kind of how it's always been from the time that we were kind of like hunter-gatherers. So our body composition and body dynamic has changed very little in the hundreds of thousand years like mankind's been on the face of the earth. The only thing that's changed is the abundance of food that we have. And if you've watched any type of like food documentaries, like the Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead, he kind of talks about this as well, is that the availability of food that we have nowadays is so much more than we've ever had in previous generations, and I'm talking about like in the hundreds of years. So when we eat, our bodies metabolize the food, use the necessary vitamins, minerals, nutrients, and then the rest goes out the other end. And so when we're trying to diet, most people go on the premise that you need to decrease the amount of food that you're eating. Great. But if you're decreasing it too much, like I said, our bodies are very primitive. It kind of goes into the starvation mode, because when we were hunter-gatherers, our bodies would have to hold on to whatever nutrients it had because it didn't know when we'd be getting food again. And so if, like, say it, our ancestor had killed a bison or whatever, it held on to a lot of protein, it held on to a lot of that fat, because that fat is an energy reserve. When we have too much energy in our bodies, it turns into fat so we can use the energy when we might need it again. And so when we go into the starvation mode because we're not eating enough, our bodies are thinking that it's back in the hunter-gatherer age, and I need to hold on to this, whatever I'm eating, because I don't know when I'm going to get it again. So the point I'm trying to make is that if you're eating consistently throughout the day, and I mean like every 3 to 4 hours, your body is never going to think that it's not going to get food again. So it's not going to hold on to this excess energy because it knows that in a few more hours, it's going to get something else to eat. Now, if you're not eating, and say like you skip breakfast, which is a lot of my clients always skip breakfast, you're already starting off on the wrong foot, because your body is coming off of this kind of like hibernation period because you haven't eaten for hopefully 8 hours. So breakfast, breaking the fast, you're supposed to break that fast that your body's been in for the last 8 hours. If you don't eat breakfast, you're further extending that fast, and your body's trying to figure out where it's going to get some nutrients from, because at this point, you're going on 10, 11, 12 hours that your body hasn't eaten anything. Now, when you finally, maybe at 11 o'clock, eat lunch, your body is probably famished. You're probably starving by now. And now your body is in this starvation mode. So it's like, oh my gosh, whatever I'm about to eat, I'm going to hold on to literally everything that this person is consuming, because now I don't really know. It's panicked. And your body's like, I don't know when I'm going to get food again. So now if it's carbohydrates or fat or whatever, now it's just going to hold on to it, because it's like, I'm not giving this away because I don't want to be tricked and, pass this along, and then I don't get food again for another 12 hours. So I hope that makes sense, that in the fact that a lot of people are thinking like, oh, I'm just going to skip breakfast. Oh, I'm not going to eat lunch, or, something like that. That's going to help them. And for a while it will, because your body's using a little bit of the reserves that you already have if you are overweight. But after a while, your body's going to catch on, and you're just going to be like, excuse my language, your body's going to be like, oh shit, what is happening? I need to hold on to the stuff that I'm eating, because now I don't know if I'm going to get anything else to eat. So that's why I'm trying to make the connection that our bodies are very, very simplistic and very, very primitive in the way that they act, and the fact that if you don't feed it, your body's going to think that it's never going to get anything else to eat, and it's going to hold on to what you're eating. But if you are feeding it consistently throughout the day, your body knows that in a few hours it's going to get some more energy to, fuel your body, and it doesn't necessarily have to hold on to the carbohydrates and the oils that you may have had from, I don't know, the potato chips and dip that you had. So I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, I can further explain to you. If you want to email me, and maybe we can chat a bit. If we want a personalized nutrition information session, we can set that appointment for you. Go ahead and email me at theab@elanfitnessandnutrition.com. If you want to sign up for nutrition coaching sessions, then you can also visit me at elanfitnessandnutrition.com, and we'll sign you up for a package so you can be well on your way to whatever nutrition goals that you might have. And it doesn't necessarily have to be losing weight. It could be gaining weight. It could be, gaining lean muscle mass. So whatever nutrition problems that you might have, go ahead and contact me and we will get you signed up for some sessions to help you out. In the meantime, I hope you guys have a great day and I will talk to you guys later. Yours in health.